Is it time to buy or sell Guidewire software stock? In this video, we will explore Guidewire software in depth. Our initial report was published on our website on Thursday, the 4th of September, 2025. And now, we are here to provide you with an even more comprehensive analysis. Remember to subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell to keep updated on our latest analyses. You will not want to miss any important updates that could affect your investments. Elevate your trading decisions by trying our newly launched AI stock analysis tool powered by GPT-4 at StockInvest.us. Harness the potential of AI and receive free price predictions and in-depth analysis for any one among 45,000 companies worldwide today. Please note that this video is for informational purposes only and should not be considered as financial advice. Since the 4th of September 2025, our system has identified Guidewire software as a sell candidate, assigning it a score of -1.45. Now, let's examine the stock's performance throughout this time frame. We will continue to observe this assessment to understand how it develops in the upcoming days. The stock is positioned at the upper part of a broad and declining trend in the short term. This typically presents a favorable selling opportunity for short-term traders, as a reaction back towards the lower part of the trend is anticipated. A breakthrough at the upper trend line at $218.60 would initially indicate a slower rate of decline and could signal the beginning of a trend reversal. The current 3-month trend suggests a potential decline of approximately 15.64% over the next 3 months, with possible returns ranging from -23.25% to -15.02%. In terms of long-term projections, our 12-month analysis indicates a projected change of 25.40%. According to our calculations, the stock's performance could vary between 12% and 56.36% over the next year. In current terms, this would suggest a future price ranging from $243.03 to $339.29. Our latest daily update for Guidewire software includes the headline, Guidewire Software Inc. stock downgraded to sell candidate. The Guidewire Software Inc. stock price experienced a decline of 1.03% on the last trading day, Thursday, the 4th of September, 2025. The price dropped from $219.25 to $216.99. During the last trading session, this stock fluctuated by 3.08%, ranging from a low of $212.46 to a high of $219. Notably, the price has increased in 6 of the last 10 days and is up by 0.39% over the past 2 weeks. Trading volume rose on the last day by 398,000 shares, despite the falling prices. This could serve as an early warning, indicating a slightly increased risk in the coming days. In total, 1 million shares were traded, amounting to approximately $240 million, $180,000. Over the past 52 weeks, the highest stock price reached $263.20, while the lowest was $142.94. Currently, the price is 17.56% or $46.21, below the 52-week high of $263.20, which also marks the all-time high for the stock. Guidewire reported its fiscal fourth quarter and full year 2025 results, closing the year with 19 cloud deals and surpassing $1 billion in annual recurring revenue, anchored by a notable 10-year agreement with a major Tier 1 insurer. Management had initially guided for fourth quarter revenue of approximately $332 to $340 million. Recent customer wins, including Texas Windstorm's deployment of Insurance Suite and Arch Insurance rollout of Claim Center, alongside the Niseko product release and active developer engagement from DevHack, all reinforce the momentum behind Guidewire Cloud and platform adoption. In the short term, the quarterly results and contract disclosures may drive volatility. Upside in annual recurring revenue growth and high-profile deals could lift the stock, while investor focus on near-term revenue, margins, and any cost pressures may limit gains. In the longer term, achieving $1 billion in annual recurring revenue and securing multi-year deals enhances recurring revenue visibility, supports margin leverage as the cloud mix grows, and justifies a higher valuation multiple if execution continues. However, persistent execution risks, competitive pressure, and implementation timing remain significant downsides. Analyst ratings. On Friday, the 7th of March, 2025, it was reported that Citigroup assigned GWRE an outperform rating with a hold action. On Friday, the 11th of October, 2024, it was reported that Bank of America Securities assigned GWRE an underperform rating with a hold action. On the same day, Friday, the 11th of October, 2024, it was reported that JMP Securities assigned GWRE an outperform rating with a hold action. On Tuesday, the 8th of October, 2024, it was reported that BTIG assigned GWRE a buy rating with a hold action. On Friday, the 4th of October, 2024, it was reported that Oppenheimer assigned GWRE an outperform rating with a hold action. Analysts have assigned a general sell rating to Guidewire Software stock. They classify the price-to-earnings ratio as strong sell and the price-to-book ratio as strong sell. In terms of return on investment, analysts have rated the stock as neutral. The following signals have been identified for Guidewire Software. A buy signal was issued from a pivot bottom point on Tuesday, the 12th of August, 2025, and so far, it has risen 4.39%. Further increases are indicated until a new top pivot is established. Additionally, there is a buy signal from the 3-month moving average convergence divergence, or MACD. However, some negative signals have also been issued, which may influence short-term developments. The stock of Guidewire Software Inc. holds a buy signal from the short-term moving average. Conversely, the long-term average indicates a general sell signal. Since the long-term average is positioned above the short-term average, this contributes to a more negative forecast for the stock. On further gains, the stock will encounter resistance from the long-term moving average at $218.26. Should the stock decline, it will find support from the short-term average at $216.86. A breakout above the long-term average will generate another buy signal, whereas a drop below the short-term average will reinforce the sell signal and strengthen the overall outlook. Additionally, volume increased despite falling prices yesterday, which may serve as an early warning, suggesting that the stock should be monitored more closely. Here are some additional signals that you might find intriguing. The moving average convergence divergence indicates a buy signal. The pivots showed a buy signal 17 days ago. The Bollinger Bands provided a buy signal 16 days ago. The short-term moving average indicated a buy signal 7 days ago. A long-term moving average indicated a buy signal 3 days ago. The relationship between the short and long moving averages signaled a buy 43 days ago. When examining the 12-month chart, we observe the short moving average indicated a buy signal 7 days ago. The long-term moving average showed a buy signal 6 days ago. The relationship between the short and long moving averages produced a buy signal 9 days ago. For more signals, remember to visit our page at StockInvest.us. Support, risk, and stop loss for Guidewire Software. Guidewire Software Inc. finds support from accumulated volume at $211.43, and this level may present a buying opportunity as an upward reaction can be expected when support is tested. This stock is typically traded at a substantial volume, and with minor daily fluctuations, the risk is regarded as low. During the last day, the stock experienced a movement of $6.54, which represents 3.08% between its high and low. Over the past week, the stock has exhibited an average daily volatility of 2.08%. Before we dive into the potential trading levels for Guidewire Software, let's quickly cover some essential fundamental data. First, the price-to-earnings ratio, or PE ratio. This important ratio measures a company's current share price relative to its per-share earnings. This extremely high PE ratio suggests that the stock may be overvalued. However, it's not unusual for technology companies or those with significant market potential to have such elevated ratios. In other news, the next earnings report for the third quarter of 2025 is anticipated on the 4th of September 2025. Analysts' consensus estimates are at 62 cents. Keep an eye on these figures as they can greatly influence stock prices. Now let's discuss some potential day trading levels for Guidewire Software. In case of an upward trend, the first resistance level for Guidewire Software is at $237.75. If you do not own any shares, you may want to wait for this level to be breached before entering a position. For those already holding the stock, this could be a level to consider for swing trading. On the downside, Guidewire Software encounters its first support level at $211.43. If this support level holds, it could be a good entry point, anticipating a rebound. The combined average rating for Guidewire Software from multiple analyst sources is to sell. Now, let's examine some recent insider trades. On the 2nd of September, 2025, Mullen John P. executed an insider sale of 3,000 shares of common stock. On the same day, Rosenbaum Michael George also conducted an insider sale of 1,400 shares of common stock. Earlier, on the 25th of August, 2025, Rosenbaum Michael George again sold 1,400 shares of common stock. On the 18th of August, 2025, King James Winston sold 799 shares of common stock. On that same day, Rosenbaum Michael George conducted another insider sale of 1,400 shares of common stock. Analyzing the 100 most recent insider trades, we find the insider power to be negative, with a ratio of negative 62.302. In total, insiders have purchased 47,910 shares and sold 149,358 shares in the last 100 trades. We hold a negative evaluation for this stock and have not established a stop loss. Is Guidewire Software stock a good buy? Guidewire Software Incorporated holds several negative signals, and we believe that it will continue to perform poorly in the coming days or weeks. Consequently, we maintain a negative evaluation of this stock. Due to some minor weaknesses observed in the technical picture, we have downgraded our analysis conclusion for this stock from a buy to a sell candidate since our last evaluation. After analyzing the volatility and movements from the last trading day, our systems indicate that the current price is overvalued. For trading on Friday, the 5th of September, we expect Guidewire Software to open lower by 84 cents and start trading at $216.15. We remind you that trading involves a high risk of losing money and that you should consult with a financial advisor before buying or selling any securities. Your investment decisions should not be based solely on StockInvest.us. By using this information, you acknowledge and accept responsibility for your own investment choices. This is our current perspective on the stock. Do you agree or disagree? We invite you to comment below and share your insights. What is your target for the stock? Remember to like and subscribe. We wish you successful trading and hope you have a wonderful day. With warm regards from all of us here at Stock Invest.